It's my birthday! Hey guys, it's me, Courtney. Welcome to my channel. Today, February 2nd, it's my 32nd birthday. This year, I've been doing a lot of thinking about myself, about my life, about old habits that I have, new habits that I want to create for myself. In doing that, I wanted to take a look back at my year. And so I went on Facebook, I went through my computer at the pictures and the videos of the events that have happened in my last year. And I can say it was a lot. There were a lot of different things that happened, a lot of changes, a lot of big moments. And I felt like I was just in a rut, and which, you know, it really sucks because I have a lot to be happy about. I love my life and I just wanted to improve it, and I just wanted to be the best me that I could possibly be, and just to be able to bring my family along on that journey. And with the start of the new year in 2016, I really wanted to work on myself. In order to make the change, I've got to do the things that I've been wanting to do and not let fear stand in the way. It's time for me to get my shit together. Hello, YouTube. As long as I'm trying and as long as I'm pushing myself forward, then I'm doing all that I can, and then everything will happen for a reason and in its time. All of those moments have taught me something, and so I decided that I was gonna make a list of 32 things that I learned this past year. So here it is. I just need to figure out, y'all, I'm growing out my bangs right here. I learned to never let your kid play in a box that has plastic in the front. They automatically become Chucky. He's bad. It's real creepy. Especially if he's wearing stripes. It gets really creepy really quick. I've learned that Timehop is my absolute favorite app because it lets you remember all of the great hangover pictures you took of your sister. Love you. I learned so much about making family dynamics work for everyone. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. I'm proud to say that we could probably be the poster family for the modern day family. I hope my kids grow up understanding that families are important, and anything that's that important is worth working for, and families are forever. They have a mind of their own. I also learned that birds don't give a f if you're filming a video. So my little sister got married this summer, and I learned that I cannot deal. I know we're both grown adults, but it seems like just yesterday I was making her eat Play-Doh, playing hide and go seek, and pulling each other's hair out. True story. Hey Mom. Happy birthday to you. I've also learned that snakes are always an accessory. Any questions? This past year, we were also lucky enough to be a foster family for the cutest little baby goat. Her name was Clover, and she was awesome. This taught me a few things. It taught me that I'm absolutely a great goat mama, but it also taught me that goats poop a lot. So much. So much goat poop. Sometimes in the house. Most of the time in the house. It also taught me that there's a reason the videos of the goats go viral on Facebook. They are really that cute, especially when you put them in pajamas. I also learned that the golden rule applies to everything. If you don't have anything nice to say, just give them side-eye and Chloe. Maybe you're in a meeting and someone says something dumb. Maybe your friend wants to bring up old shit. Maybe your kids ask you for ice cream before dinner. Maybe your mom calls again because she thinks you're in jail. I gotta get the kid off the bus. I'll be back. This year, I entered a singing competition at a local bar. I've never played in front of strangers before, only my family and friends, and I've never entered a competition before. I was terrified, and I didn't tell anybody that I was going except for my wife and then a friend of mine who told me about the competition. And I played a song, and I was so nervous, but I did it and I made it through. Week after week, I kept surprising myself and I kept making it through. My friends started showing up and just being so supportive. I'm gonna have to put burnout. There were so many times when I wanted to quit. I had every excuse. I was afraid of this. I didn't like the way that this was done, or I didn't like the way that that was done, or I didn't like what somebody said, or I didn't like the song choice for that week, or whatever the excuses that I had in my head to quit. They had all the faith in me that I didn't have. The next thing that I knew, I was in the final, and they called my name, and I won.
Your winner of the Gay Idol Period About Time 2 is none other than Courtney Lynn.
That opportunity taught me to believe in myself more than I do. My dog is freaking out because I'm talking to myself. I learned to take some time out for me when I need it. Here are a few ways that I love to recharge. Sunday Fun Day. Making it a priority every Sunday to be with family outdoors. Usually we like to go to the lake. Live music. You know me, you know that I'm obsessed with seeing live shows. I have a few artists whose shows I never miss, and that is a huge way for me to feel re-energized. So my goal for this year is to see more shows from artists that I may not know too much about or that I may not know at all. Camping. Spending the whole weekend outdoors with my family and my friends. We have 2 times a year that we go as a tradition, no matter what. We went camping as a family when I was a kid growing up, and I'm really happy that my kids have caught the bug. Geocaching. If you don't know what geocaching is, you have to look it up. It's like a big treasure hunt, only you use like a GPS and latitude and longitude, and there's people all over the world who hide caches, and then you go and find it, and when you find it, you open it up, and there may be little trinkets in there, which my kids love because they get to take a little treasure and then we add a little treasure. And there's always a sign log, and you sign your name, and then you get to see how many people have found this cache and also how long it's been there. Some of them are super easy and some of them are really hard, and it's like a big huge puzzle. This year my friends and I went to ACL. Right after my wife left for deployment, my best friend and I decided we're gonna stop talking about it and we're gonna be about it. But it combines 2 of my most favorite things: being outside, being outdoors in a beautiful city that I love so much, and also live music. We spent the whole weekend at ACL and we had the best time. This year, I learned how to say see you later. I had no idea how I would feel about the distance and the time that I would have to be away from my wife while she was on deployment. But when we were at the buses for Mommy's send-off, I felt sad and I felt scared and nervous and worried, but at the same time, I felt very proud. And I knew that we weren't the first family to go through anything like this, and we certainly won't be the last. We have an amazing support system, and I know that we are luckier than most, which leads me to the next thing on the list. Right after dropping Casey off at the buses, we headed straight for my parents. Granny and Pop can fix anything. Granny made us chocolate-covered strawberries and took us to the dollar store. Pop helped us build robots in the barn and gave us rides on his big tractor. No matter how old I am, my mom's home-cooked meals and sweet tea, and my dad's infamous dad jokes and political talks fix everything. I learned that I have the biggest love-hate relationship with technology. I am so very thankful for something that drives me crazy. We are so lucky that I get to talk to Casey way more than I thought that I would be able to. Years ago, I wouldn't have been able to talk to her at all. But sometimes the delay is so bad, or the Skype call is so grainy that you can't even see. It's so frustrating. I've never wanted to hug my computer and throw it against the wall as much as I have this past year. What the do I need to say? I finally learned the true meaning of live show defeat. When tickets go on sale, I'm waiting at the computer. I always get tickets. This year, I stood by and stood by and stood by, only to feel defeat when Adele tickets were sold out in a minute. It took 3 days to come to terms with the fact that we would not be seeing Adele. We will always have 2008. Hashtag never forget. So Adele, if you're watching, hook me up, bro. I've learned that teaching your kids the importance of good music always pays off.
If there's any Tory concert thing coming up, you just forget about us. Go do that Tory contest thing. Stat. First thing.
Okay. All right.
You don't even wash the dishes. Stay home and wash the dishes. Don't watch TV. Nothing. You just go to there. Just go.
This year, I learned the lifespan of a frog. R.I.P. Slippy. Number 1 and 2. I also learned that all of these years, the people taking the school photos were just trying to control our minds. Thankfully, my son called it to our attention. Now we know. This is the face of a kid not interested in being mind controlled. I also learned to never leave your camera unattended when your friends come over. I learned that crying on your kid's first day of school is not limited to just kindergarten. And now it's double trouble because I have 2 kids in school. I will always be that mom. They say that diamonds are a girl's best friend, but for me, chocolate is a girl's best friend. And apparently Bella thinks so too. I don't know how, but she got a hold of the whole container of cocoa powder. Let's just say we don't speak of the cocoa powder incident of 2015. This year, we all witnessed a piece of history when the Supreme Court did the right thing and passed the marriage equality law, giving all couples the right to marry in all 50 states. This just echoes something that I already knew, but I'm so proud that I got to witness it. I learned love always wins. This year, I learned about crabs. Not those crabs, you perv. As a seafood lover, I know I'm late to the game, but someone introduced me to snow crab this year. It's changed my life. I learned that the color orange can bring more joy than anything else in this world. What'd you get?
It's orange! Oh, my favorite color! There's orange in this! I can't wait to draw!
I learned that my kids have the most brilliantly artistic mind. Just give them the tools they need and let them shine. And Getty's Eat Your Heart Out. I learned that I have no self-control when it comes to Netflix. Why are you putting out all the episodes at once? I used to think this was a great idea. It's not. I will watch every episode in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then I have to wait an entire year for the new season to come out, and I don't know what to do with myself. Hello, Orange is the New Black. Where are you at? Come back in my life. I need you. Okay, bye. The most important thing I learned this past year is that I can do hard things. I got this, and I'm taking my family and friends with me. I think when hard things happen in your life is when you gain the most knowledge about yourself and how you want to navigate your world and the world around you. I'm going to take all of these things that I've learned and push forward, and this next year is going to be even better, and I hope that you join me too. If you would like to see more videos, more positivity, gratitude, motivation, and fun, and to maybe see a few covers here and there, please subscribe. Subscribe.
I dropped it.
Uh-oh.